All right, y'all. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Jubilee Circle. I know that this current uptick in COVID cases has us all a little on edge, and so we're asking everybody to mask up tonight, no matter what your vaccination status is. So thank you all for bearing with us and taking all the joy out of our life again by putting these pieces of cloth back over our faces. I would like to say to those out there who haven't done it, get vaccinated, please. We all want to get back to full house open mics and a lot of fun. Huh? Yeah, we've got our bracelets on here. I had mine, but so we're still back to fist bumping and all that fun stuff. But so yes, so just please go get your vaccine. It's a very simple thing. It's a beautiful thing. So go do it. And so tonight we have playing for us this evening. Steve Bennett is here to play, and if you are here to play for the open mic, which will begin around 8 o'clock, here is a sign-up sheet. So I will be taking your name, and yeah, we got you, Al. No, sorry, Al. You can't get on the list tonight. But no, if you are interested in open micing, beginning about 8, I've got a list right here, fresh, and no one ever puts their name at number 1. So, but if you put your name at number 2, sometimes you become de facto number 1. So we'll see how it goes. That's how it works. And for those of you who have not been in our facility or haven't been here in a while, the little housekeeping notes. The bathrooms are back there in the hallway, the 2 gray doors that will be on your left as you go in. We don't care which one you use, just wash your hands. That's all we ask of you. There is food back in the back. We do have beer and wine available for donation, and there is a basket back there where you can donate for food and drink. We will be passing the basket around in a few minutes for Steve, so there's 2 separate collections coming up this evening. So if you are imbibing or enjoying the food and drink, that's the basket back there to help defer some of the costs and help keep us in business and all that. And we will pass the hat as Steve gets rolling to help support him, because one of the things we like to do here at Jubilee Circle during our open mics and our coffee houses is to actually pay the musicians. Wow, what a concept. So so I think, we think musicians deserve to live. They deserve to eat. They deserve to live indoors. So we like to help them in that endeavor. So without further ado, please welcome Steve Bennett.
I just want to say that I did bring a mask. I'm not going to try to sing through it, but one of the things that has puzzled me, and especially, well, for one sort of demographic is the reluctance to wear face masks, because I found that it's a great way to advertise your favorite football team. Go Dogs! Go Dogs! I know Al is a big dog fan.
I root for them when they play Alabama.
Well, who doesn't? Tom Poland and I, yeah. That's correct. So anyway, it's been a while since any of us have done this, so I was glad when Al and Candace reached out. So take it easy on me. I've got a few sort of relatively new ones. I started out the pandemic era, sort of like, I'm going to practice a lot and play a lot and write songs. And then, I think like most everybody, about halfway through, I went, hell, I think I'm just going to lay around and watch TV and work in my garden or something. So, but this is good. So I'm going to do some, I'll do some, some older ones, and I've got a few new ones to throw in, but I'm going to start off with one that I like to get this out of the way, because you know, people always want to know what you believe. It's very important. So I wrote a song about it. Well, I don't believe in Moses, Buddha, or Muhammad. I don't believe in Superman, the Flash, Batman too. I don't believe in fairy tales, giant rabbits, or great white whales. I don't believe in much. I believe in you. Well, I don't believe in presidents, politicians, or governments. I don't believe I'm one of the brave, the proud, or even the few. I don't believe in civil rights, not even civil wrongs. I don't believe in much. I believe in you. I believe you are strong. I believe you are wise. I believe you're honest. I can see it in your eyes. Hoping you might help me as I search for something true. I don't believe in much. I believe in you. Well, I don't believe commercials, advertisements, or promotions. I don't believe in throwing out the old for something new. Don't believe in lifestyles or trendy fashion statements. I don't believe in much. I believe in you. I don't believe in genocide, homicide, or germicides. I don't believe that cleanliness is next to you-know-who. I don't believe in exercise, sportsmanship, or discipline. I don't believe in much. I believe in you. I believe you are strong. I believe that you are wise. I believe you're honest. I can see it in your eyes. Hoping you might help me as I search for something true. I don't believe in much. I believe in you. Well, I don't believe in birth control, self-control, or abstinence. I don't believe in duct tape, not even super glue. I don't believe in radio, television, or the internet. I don't believe in much. I believe in you. Well, I don't believe in karma, enlightenment, or wisdom. I don't believe in aliens. Wait a minute, yes I do. But I don't believe in science or any known religion. I don't believe in much. I believe in you. I believe you are strong. I believe that you are wise. I believe you're honest. I can see it in your eyes. I'm hoping you might help me as I search for something true. I don't believe in much. I believe in you. Now, I don't believe a lot of things. I believe in you. Thank you. So, I wrote this song not too terribly long ago. And I put it out, I recorded a little version, put it out on YouTube, just me sitting playing guitar. And I got some likes from some people, and I realized they didn't understand the song. Because I was like, you shouldn't have liked this song. And I'm not want to explain it, you can figure it out, but I did, but I have come up with, and if you can quote me, but you have to attribute this as my quote, because I think this is my original quote, and it is that I refuse to agree to disagree with idiots about absurdities. Well, my next door neighbor thinks the world is flat. There's no use to argue, he's sure about that. I tried to tell him that the earth is a sphere. He laughed at me and said, get out of here. His wife goes to church 6 times a week. I'm amazed at all the tongues she can speak. She tells me salvation's within my reach, but I'd rather spend a quiet day at the beach. Sometimes life don't go like you planned. One day you're lucky, next day you're damned. You're damned if you don't, and you're damned if you do. The world doesn't give a damn about you. Oh, we know what we know, we see what we see, we believe what we want to believe. Truth is a relative concept, we agree to disagree. Now Uncle Joe fought the Nazis in France. Now he walks around town in his underpants. He's shooting at the little green men in the air. I tried to tell him they're not really there. He's fishing in a ditch that's dry as a bone. Favorite camo life jacket on. I tried to tell him there's no fish in the ditch. He called me a lying son of a, well, you know what I mean. Sometimes life don't go like you plan. One day you're lucky, next day you're damned. You're damned if you don't, you're damned if you do. World doesn't give a damn about you. Well, you know what you know, you see what you see, you believe what you want to believe. Truth is a relative concept, we agree to disagree. Now I'm walking down the beach and I'm looking at the waves, surrounded by people who just won't behave, singing and dancing, their music's too loud. They look like a very dangerous crowd. So I walked on over, tried to bum a beer. A big guy said, get out of here. Then a pretty young girl said, wait a minute, Steve. Put a beer in my hand, said, you don't have to leave. Oh, sometimes life don't go like you planned. One day you're lucky, next day you're damned. Damned if you don't, you're damned if you do. The world doesn't give a damn about you. And we know what we know, we see what we see, we believe what we want to believe. Truth is a relative concept, so we agree to disagree. Well, sometimes life don't go like you planned. One day you're lucky, next day you're damned. Damned if you don't, you're damned if you do. The world doesn't give a damn about you. The world doesn't give a damn about you. Damned if you do. All right. So I told Candace not to worry too much about introducing me because I'd fill in the gaps. I'm originally from Thunderbolt, Georgia. And it's a little shrimping town right out off the side of Savannah and on the coast. And when I was growing up, it was very much a working class, you know. I mean, there were no rich people. I mean, there were maybe 1 or 2 rich people in town, but I mean, not many. And everybody worked hard, and it was there. And there were some characters, let's just say. And I won't tell you that this is autobiographical or autobiographical about Thunderbolt, but I will say that living in a place like that and being in the South all my life sort of did inspire some of this. And Hemingway's Cats helped. Well, it's Saturday night in the sleepy old town. There's a fistful of fights when the sun has gone down. With my head full of liquor and my blue jeans too tight, it's hard to tell wrong from what's right. Now I dropped out of high school about the 10th grade, took a job as a welder, I had it made. Now the money was steady, the weekends were fun, When I met you, it was over and done. And I can count on one hand all the things in my life that I have been faithful to. My pickup, my dog, and my gun. Blue ribbon, Jack Daniels, and you. Now sometimes this trailer, it's a little too small. When the kids start screaming, I'm climbing the walls. So I call up my buddies for a night on the town. We'll all seek redemption when Sunday rolls around. And there's a little old juke joint down by the creek where you hang out the back door when you take a leak. Beer's always warm, the pool table's broke. There's no widescreen TV and it's filled up with smoke. And I can count on one hand all the things in my life I have been faithful to. My pickup, my dog, and my gun. Blue ribbon, Jack Daniels, and you. Now most every day I just lay around. I'm watching the sun come up and go down. If I quit drinking, I'd be Mr. Right. If you had all your teeth, you could be Vanna White. And some folks still treat me like a carnival freak. I thank the Lord your stomach's not weak, 'cause a man with 6 fingers can't be easy to love. I believe you were sent down from heaven above. And I can count on one hand all the things in my life I have been faithful to. My pickup, my dog, and my gun. Blue ribbon, Jack Daniels, and you. My pickup, my dog, and my gun. Blue ribbon, Jack Daniels, and you. Yeah, I'm fascinated with polydactyly. What can I say? So this is kind of a recent one, and I tend to be more of a storyteller in my songwriting. Maybe that hope that comes through. This is not that. This is kind of stream of consciousness. I just started saying stuff. I'm too old to die young, too crazy to know when to quit. I'm weary from struggling, trying to make all the pieces fit. I'm never running slow, but I'm tired of flying low to the ground. I'm ready for a change. I'm ready for something new to come around. Yesterday is in my rear view. Tomorrow is a dream I've never had. My windows are wide open. My back seat's full of people who are mad. They're screaming at each other. They're screaming at me to slow down. Oh, just another mile till the vanishing point comes around. You tell me that's the sign of a very troubled mind. I'll tell you it's the only mind I know. Can't take it easy, I can't relax. Only have one speed and it ain't slow. I've got a troubled mind, dreams I do not know. If you're looking for a reason, I don't think you'll understand. If you're looking for forgiveness, I'm not your man. You need some conversation to talk about your own troubled mind. I might be able to help. I can spare a little time. Tell me that's the sign of a very troubled mind. I'll tell you it's the only mind I know. Can't take it easy, I can't relax. The only speed I know ain't slow. I've got a troubled mind and dreams I do not know. I'm too old to die young, too crazy to know when to quit. I'm weary from struggling, trying to make all the pieces fit. Never running slow, but I'm tired of flying low to the ground. I'm ready for a change, ready for something new to come around. Said I'm ready for that change, ready for something new to come around. So, some people are gullible. Sometimes I'm gullible. I can't say that. But I was talking to a young guy one time. He said something about this next song's kind of what might be called a heavy song. Sort of, it's not lighthearted like the last one. This guy said something about the 12-string, and I said, well, 12-string guitars were invented to play heavy songs. And he went, oh, really? I didn't know that. The forest was dying, trees lay on the ground. I could not find a pathway through their maze. A weary rain fell, night closed in. The world I knew was gone without a trace. Rivers of dust lay silent in the valley where I used to watch the eagle and the crow. They're gone forever, just like my childhood. We're lost and we have no place to go. Now I'm standing on the hillside watching Jerusalem burn, asking myself what I might have learned from those wise men who tried to help me find my way. I turned my back on what they had to say. I turned my back and walked away. I used to climb the hillside, look down to the city. I'd call out when I would see a friend. I could see the builders building, I could watch the merchants selling. I never thought that it would end. You always had plenty, some wanted more. They wanted what they could not have. The greed was so great, it stole my childhood, and it set us on the pathway to our graves. Now I'm standing on the hillside watching Jerusalem burn, asking myself what I might have learned from those wise men who tried to help me find my way. I turned my back on what they had to say. I turned my back and I walked away. Dying moon shines ghostly through bitter clouds, yellowed by the alchemy of pride. They told us we were the chosen, we'd never know defeat. The gods would be standing by our sides. They must have been angered by our prayers for conquest. They must have turned their backs and walked away from fools who pray for death, driven by their greed, leading armies of children to be slain. Now I'm standing on the hillside watching Jerusalem burn, asking myself what I might have learned from those wise men who tried to help me find my way. I turned my back on what they had to say. I turned my back and I walked away. We turn our backs, we walk away. Watching Jerusalem burn. So it's been several years now, because I think it was the first Iraq War. We've had 2 Iraq wars, right? Yeah. It's supposed to any day now, though. And I was sitting there, and Al and I are twin brothers from different mothers, except he was actually adopted. But we are actually the same age, so I know when and there may be some others who are close. So I'm sitting there watching as we're beginning to go into Iraq, and I had one of those, oh crap, deja vu moments, and I went, this is how I spent my youth. Because I was of that generation, and you know, it was, and this song came to me. Not fighting in Vietnam, watching it on TV. 16 years old and 68. Friday night and I don't have a date. Television's playing in the family room and I throw a big pillow on the floor. 7 o'clock, it's time for the news. Dad's in his chair and he's kicked off his shoes. Anchorman says there's very good news. We're winning the Vietnam War. Watching the war on TV tonight with Huntley and Brinkley or Mr. Cronkite. Napalm, Saigon, the offensive on Tet. We're saving our world from the communist threat, and it's death from above, fire in the paddies below. American boys going off to war. When will they come home? When will they come home? Nixon, Kennedy, LBJ, they let the generals rule the day. The domino theory was their excuse. Now our body count's on the rise. We're killing civilians out in the street. All the politicians know it's time to retreat. Just declare victory and get the hell out. Turn a deaf ear to the cries. Watching the war on TV tonight with Huntley and Brinkley or Mr. Cronkite. Napalm, Saigon, the offensive on Tet. Our world from the communist threat and its death from above. Fire in the paddies below. American boys going off to war. When will they come home? When will they come home? 50 years later, nothing's changed. War is different, but the country's still the same. And you can't save a country from their history. They don't want to be free. So we send our boys to die in the sand. They come home with a flag to a military band. They're braver than the men who sent them to die. We watch it all on TV. Watching the war on TV tonight with Huntley and Brinkley or Mr. Cronkite. Napalm, Saigon, the offensive on Tet. When our world from the communist threat is death from above. Fire in the paddies below. American boys going off to war. When will they come home? When will they come home? And it's firefights in the streets. Explosions along the road. American boys and girls going off to war. When will they come home? When will they come home? When will they come home? Thank you. But I don't always write heavy songs. Sometimes I write spiritual songs. So this is a spiritual song, at least to me. About evolution. My great 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 granddaddy was a monkey. He lived up in a tree. He ate a lot of fruits and leaves, and he looked a lot like me. One day he got a notion, climb down to the ground, stand up on his two hind legs and take a look around. Pretty soon his cousin Earl and his sister Bitsy Sue, they were standing by his side, enjoying the view. Now the other monkey screamed at him to climb back up his tree, but he just shouted back at them, climb on down, stand up tall, look around, it will set you free. Oh, everything changes, nothing stays the same. There's no reason to deny it. Darwin's not to blame. It's just the way our world has worked for about 3 billion years. One day your great, 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 great grandkids may have eyes where most of us have ears. Oh, everything changes, nothing stays the same. Well, I studied paleontology when I was only 5. I had 100 plastic dinosaurs. I believed they were alive. I had Stegosaurus, Brontosaurus, and Tyrannosaurus Rex. I studied them every afternoon out on the backyard deck. I read everything that I could read about why they went extinct. So many different theories, I didn't know what to think. Now the scientists all tell us the dinosaurs didn't die. They traded scales for feathers, took to the sky. Oh, everything changes, nothing stays the same. There's no reason to deny it. Darwin's not to blame. It's just the way our world has worked for about 3 billion years. One day your great grandkids may have eyes where most of us have ears. Oh, everything changes, nothing stays the same. I see change all around me, it's a never-ending theme. I see stuff our ancestors never would have dreamed. We map the human genome, we make babies in a dish, splice genes into bananas to make them taste like fish. It's not really a great idea. Everything changes, nothing stays the same. There's no reason to deny it. Darwin's not to blame. It's just the way our world has worked for about 3 billion years. One day your great grandkids may have 3 mouths, so they can drink 3 beers. Oh, everything changes, nothing stays the same. Everything changes, nothing stays the same. Pardon? Oh yeah. Well, and then this is good because I'm gonna play a love song. Yeah. So let's see the love. And when I say, of course, when I say love, I mean the good red-blooded American kind of love, which is green. This is an example of a song that I started writing, and I think those of you who know me, I know there's several out there who do, who would probably be willing to get up on the stand at a jury trial and say, yeah, Steve is a hard-headed so-and-so. And it wouldn't be untrue. And I started, and that's how this song sort of started out, but then it took a left turn and turned into a love song. Sort of a love song. Don't try to tell me I'm wrong when I know that I'm right. Don't make me think about tomorrow tonight when I'm lying here with you. Moon and stars are dancing and no one else can see. They're waltzing on the Milky Way just for you and me. You and me. Don't try to tell me you don't know. It's the only thing I feel. Open your heart to the night, you'll know that it's real, like the wind in the pines. We could surrender to a night sky filled with lights, on a hillside off a back road on a warm October night, October night. Well, the night birds sing harmony from the balcony of live oaks overhead. The moon insists we spend the night, so he turns down our bed, slips out of sight. You can turn away like we never had a chance. You could hold me close and watch the night sky dance. You could hold me in your arms, you could hold me so tight. You could hold me forever, forever is tonight. Forever is tonight. Don't try to tell me I'm wrong when I know that I'm right. Don't make me think about tomorrow tonight when I'm lying here with you. The moon and stars are dancing, but no one else can see. They're waltzing on the Milky Way just for you and me. You can hold me in your arms, you can hold me so tight. You can hold me forever, forever is tonight. Forever is tonight. Forever is tonight. Forever is tonight. Thank you. So I wrote this song a long time ago, a fairly long time ago, and it sort of sat. I wasn't really sure what to do with it. But I tweaked it a little bit, got it back out, put it in a different key, and kind of changed a little bit of it. But one of my philosophies in life is that the most important era in anyone's life is junior high school. You know, let's face it, man. Everything is shaped in junior high school. It's you come out of junior high school scarred and beaten and bitter, or you know, you're like, oh, okay, that was all right. I can pick myself up, dust myself off, and move forward, and you know, I won't be that stupid again. Or when it comes to love, I mean, of course, junior high is all about, you know, romance of the junior high variety. So this is sort of a junior high romance song. You were the one who said I'd never make you cry. You always had a clever answer, it was hidden in your smile. You were young, you were wild, I was your clown. I lived in your shadows, you lived to tear me down. I wasted days, I wasted nights, I believed were yours and mine. I tried so hard not to see, I was only wasting time. Dancing for you on a string, I kept you amused. Did you think I would never get tired of just being used? And I was young, I was sure you were the one. You taught me a lesson that I needed to learn. And now I see you all the time, everywhere I go. You walk right past me, your eyes, they are so cold. You try to hide all the tears you've cried in the heart of the next boy in line. I hope you hurt just a little, 'cause that next heart will never be mine. I was young, I was sure you were the one. You taught me a lesson that I needed to learn. Now I see you all the time, everywhere I go. You walk right past me, your eyes, they are so cold. You try to hide all the tears you've cried in the heart of the next boy in line. I hope you hurt just a little, 'cause that next heart will never be mine. I hope you hurt just a little, 'cause that next heart will never be mine. I hope you hurt just a little, 'cause that next heart will never be mine. Never be mine. All right, so I got a couple more, if that's okay, and then I appreciate y'all. No, I appreciate you more. It's an appreciation fest. Yeah. So I actually debuted this song here. Well, actually, I guess the other one, when you had the call went out for protest songs, and this was one I had just finished, and I thought, how perfect is that? Summer camp at the border. It's hot, it's dry. The swimming pool is empty, the counselors are mean. There's no arts and crafts, there's no campfire sing-along. And the cage I live in is not very clean. Last week a boy in the cage next to mine started coughing in the middle of the night. They took him away and they burned all the sheets. They told us that he'd be all right. Next morning, boys from his village were asking about their friend. Told him, asking about his friend. And the counselors told them to stop asking questions. We never saw him again. It's been a while since I've done this one. Summer camp at the border. It's hot and it's dry. The swimming pool is empty. The counselors are mean. There's no arts and crafts. There's no campfire sing-along. And the cage I live in is not very clean. There's 35 boys in the cage where I sleep. Barely enough room to breathe. And the counselors warned us, don't talk to strangers. Might not be able to leave. They take us outside 2 times every day to play soccer on a concrete field. For lunch there's no vegetables, no carne asada. Bologna on white bread is our only meal. Summer camp at the border. It's hot and it's dry. The swimming pool is empty. The counselors are mean. There's no arts and crafts. There's no campfire sing-along. The cage that I live in is not very clean. They move us around from camp to camp, stuffed into a government van. It's always dark in the middle of the night, and I think that's part of their plan. When we ask them where they're holding our families, where are our parents, we miss them so. They laugh at us and call us bad names. They tell us guess they don't really know. Summer camp at the border, it's hot and it's dry. The swimming pool is empty, the counselors are mean. There's no arts and crafts, there's no campfire sing-along. And the cage I live in is not very clean. And the cages we live in are not very clean. All right. So this is my most recent song, and yes, it's somewhat political. I guess it could be interpreted that way. Well, you break down doors and you tear down walls, you shatter windows and you walk through the halls. You'll never be anything more than a thug in an ugly red hat. Wave your banners, fly your flags, you hide your face with a mask made of rags. You're cowards and traitors, and you pay the price for that. You pray to a man who's completely insane. He has no conscience and he has no brain. His heart is dark like the number 9 coal. You worship a man who has no soul. You worship a man who has no soul. You believe all the lies and you swear they are true. You think the deep state is looking for you. Conspiracies cloud your mind, and you need someone to blame. You search for friends who share your worldview, people just as damaged as you. You can call them brothers in arms, but you're all just pawns in a game. You pray to a man who's completely insane. He has no conscience and he has no brain. His heart is dark like the number 9 coal. You worship a man who has no soul. You worship a man who has no soul. Well, camo and Kevlar make you feel strong. You chant blood and soil as you march along, while the people pulling your strings, they watch on their widescreen TV. And when you're caught, they will all turn their backs on the sad little fools caught in a trap. And soon your names and your faces will vanish from history. You worship a man who's completely insane. He has no conscience and he has no brain. His heart is dark like the number 9 coal. You worship a man who has no soul. And you worship a man who's completely insane. He has no conscience and he has no brain. His heart is dark like the number 9 coal. You worship a man who has no soul. You worship a man who has no soul. You bow down to a man who has no soul. Pardon? Well, I'll do one more because I feel like those last 2 songs were pretty heavy. That's why I played them on the 12 string. But they might need a little explaining too. I mean, you might need to understand why. why we are the way we are, why the world is the way it is right now, and why the stuff that's going on is going on. And I wrote this song long time ago. Little did I know that it was not only predictive but explanatory. I just wanted to write a punk rock song, really. Sing along, take your masks. Well, I mean, those of you, I know Bruce and Leslie know the words. Floating in the damaged gene pool. Yes, we're floating in the damaged gene pool. We're all floating in the damaged gene pool. Now we're floating in the damaged gene pool. It's so easy to breed. The urge is all you need, plus a few key words like, hey babe, I'm an Aries, my chest is thick and hairy, I've got a Jones for you that just won't wait. Let's hop into my Chevy, moan and grunt, breathe heavy and procreate, cause we're floating in the damaged gene pool. Yes, we're floating in the damaged gene pool. We're all floating in the damaged gene pool. Yes, we're floating in the damaged gene pool. Reproduction's inexpensive, our passion's so intensive, we always forget that our future's in our genes, but we don't know what it means, so we toss our DNA around like it was chopped meat. We'll put it anywhere, mutants, aliens, we don't care. We'll take momentary pleasure over sound genetic engineering any day, cause we're floating in the damaged gene pool. Yes, we're floating in the damaged gene pool. We're all floating in the damaged gene pool. We're floating in the damaged gene pool. Way back in the days of primordial ooze, some genes would win, some genes would lose. My genes are winners, they're strong, they're fast. My genes can kick your genes' ass in a no-holds-barred Texas chromosome cage match. I've got mighty mitochondria, but it doesn't matter, cause we're floating in the damaged gene pool. Now we're floating in the damaged gene pool. Now we're sinking in the damaged gene pool. Now we're sinking in the damaged gene pool. Now we're floating in the damaged gene pool. Now we're sinking in the damaged gene pool. Now we're floating. Now we're sinking. Now we're floating. Thank you very much. Y'all very kind. Very kind.
All right. Steve Bennett. Whoa, mask. Steve Bennett, everybody. Another round of applause. All right. It's going to take me just a second to kind of reset some microphones. If someone would like to, hum a little ditty or, yeah. This is how you have to do the rest of the night. All right. We usually have roadies for this, but no such thing here, so probably help if I was not standing on the line. I wish I had jokes to tell during this time. Huh? Right, I need Beth here to tell jokes, but oh well. Hey. I'm all for that. All right. I think I have a microphone tall enough for our first open mic participant. He signed up for number 2, but that means he's number 1. Mr. Al Black. I'm not supposed to have favorites because, being a pastor, you're not supposed to, tell people, you're my favorite. Or you're supposed to tell everybody, you're my favorite. But Al Black is one of my most favorite human beings on the face of the earth, and that is no lie. So,
well, thank you.
I love you, man. All right.
Yeah. Well, let me get my glasses out. As I like to say, when you get older, your eyesight don't get worse. It's just your arms are too short to hold it far enough away. Yeah. Everybody needs an excuse. Okay. I'm going to read three. Is 3 poems okay?
Do 4 if you want, man.
No, 3. Okay. Could I only brought 3, and I don't want to get on my phone. But I've probably written 12 or 13 different poems over time dealing with the subject of women in the early church, because when all the men were running and hiding and denying Christ 3 times, it was women that saved the faith. But then men got involved and ruined it. And, you know, nowhere in the gospel does it say that Mary Magdalene was a prostitute, but they now like to say she's a prostitute. What she was an independent woman. Men have problems with that. Some, yes, still. And then they took this wonderful woman, this wife of a man named Joseph, who the Bible also says has a son named James and daughters. And they want to make her a virgin for her whole life, take away her whole womanhood. So I get really upset with the whole story. So I've taken 3 of my poems on this subject, and I'm putting them into an homage, a group of poems that actually I'm working with. Some of you might know Dick Moon. We're probably going to do some performing together, he and I. And this is going to be one of them. It's going to be these 3 poems. So the first poem, I'm not going to read the titles when I do this, but the first poem I wrote as an aphrastic poem to a woman. She's an artist named Jenny Merritt, and I wrote this poem to Jenny Merritt's piece of art that was on display, and it's called "Madonna Wears a Paisley Robe." This other one, the second one I'm going to read is, I was sitting in, my son was moving. He was living in Pittsburgh, and it was a rental house when they first moved there until they bought a house. And there was one of these old concrete Marys that people put in their patios. And I'd sit out there and eat my coffee, and I wrote some poems that I later put into one poem called Concrete Mary. And the third one is called Talking with Mary. So bear with me while I put these 3 all together. Paisley blue-robed Madonna, Madonna with ring fingers the size of hog jowls, earrings like gypsy fortune tellers. What are you whispering to your child? Your brown, precocious baby with a full set of teeth, teeth too big for your nipples, brown nipples you keep hidden away in false Western modesty, hidden from your magic baby that never slept, the magic baby you dressed in a blood-red robe, forecasting genocides and atrocities on his face in newsprint written on goat skins and papyrus before Johannes Gutenberg invented his damn press in Germany, stacks of newspapers filled with columns of advice from old Yiddish wives' tales by a woman with an anglicized pen name and a Betty Crocker hairdo. Forgive me, Ann Landers, for I have sinned. Ann, who is this brown haloed ancestor of yours with one brown hand for breaking bread and pouring wine and the other hand bleached white for performing Roman miracles, white to cannibalize a simple meal into meat and blood and millions of traumatized followers, white to paint brown eyes blue and black hair brown. Tell me, what relaxant did you use to take out the kink? Madonna, one last question. Was this portrait painted before you fled to the border for asylum? Before your brown baby learned to walk on water and not drowned, an illegal immigrant child casualty of a would-be king's cultural war? Ave Maria, gratia plena. Against the chill of morning, I put on shoes and a warm jacket. Robins and sparrows scavenge seeds, call back and forth from fence to ground. Squirrels in fur coats don't mind autumn's approach. In high grass, a lone cricket chirps along the fence, unafraid of an old man with an empty coffee cup. 4 city deer snort and graze on overgrown shrubs. 7 days remain of summer. 1 week, a quarter moon before the earth tilts away, before solstice chases the sun. As if she knows a secret she cannot tell. Concrete Mary smiles her Mona Lisa smile, practices yoga on the wall, and holds a sauna pose. Mary, when did you become holy? Was it when they pulled you from the mold, loaded the truck, took you to a garden shop, tagged, sold, and someone took you home? Or was it the act of setting you on a wall where lichen took root and pulled substance from the air? How many tenants have you known? Do you know movers come on Wednesday? Sun peers through overcast skies, warms Mary's plaster gown. Outstretched hands gather light. Her face becomes a moon. Chipmunks chatter at plastic owl roosting on the patio wall. Red birdhouse in neighbor's yard sits empty, waiting for spring. Rain comes, drips from fingers. Concrete Mary holds her pose. Somewhere Joseph holds the baby so nothing disturbs her peace. Rain comes, drips from her fingertips. Puddles at feet. She holds the pose she struck when she became an Italian citizen and awaits her son's reanimation. Ave Maria. Yes. She said she walks to church each morning but does not go to Mass. She said she lights candles for all of her children ICE took away. She said she talks with the statue of Mary and Mary talks back. She said she avoids confession and that man behind the screen. She said she once threw holy water on a nun, hoping she would melt. She said she dreamed of becoming a virgin again, but not to be holy or pure. She said she wanted to be a virgin so men won't think they own her. She said she wished she could take her children back to hold them at her breast. She said she talks with the statue of Mary, and Mary talks back. Mary said she likes lowing cattle, angels singing in the night, and the smell of sheep, dirt, hay, and the sweat of Joseph. Mary said she was made into a concrete statue so she couldn't run away to a quaint country village for an anniversary weekend. Mary said she is thankful for 3 strangers at her door, the gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Mary said she used their gifts to bribe the border guards to keep her child at her breast. She said she talks with Mary, and Mary cried.
Mr. Al Black, everybody. All right. That was epic, Al. That was fabulous. Thank you very much. Nothing worse than a furry microphone. Wow. All right. So coming up next, 2 more of my favorite people in the world. They're known as Sunshine Delusions. Two delusional people coming into the stage. Bruce Clark recently joined CC and the Recalcitrants here on Sunday mornings, and has been a great asset to our band.
I've enjoyed it quite a bit.
We've enjoyed having you play with us. So,
yeah, it dawned upon me, while I was so depressed in February, and then the next thing you know, I'm on a television show each week.
That's great, man.
Playing guitar,
All right.
something I've always wanted to do.
And as our bass player here, Keith Edwards, noticed, we are polybandrous in this town. We exchange members back and forth, and so Keith is also a member of CC and the Recalcitrants and Sunshine Delusions. Leslie, you and me, we've never been asked to be in anybody else's band. That's me too. It's just wrong. Right. Leslie and I are going to form our own duo. Right. We'll be Sunshine Illusions. How about that? Leslie is more. Oh, yeah. Leslie is more. Oh, it took me a minute. Very good. Very good. I like that. Leslie is more. I like it.
I'm trying to follow the rules, but we know we have given you 1,000 sriracha bottles by now, but I gotta say,
I still need some.
okay. Well, gee whiz, okay. Well, I will remember that next time we get to host. But anyway, our guest host, whatever the feature. Anyway, we gotta say thank you, Candace. Your words of encouragement and motivation and keeping this place alive and keeping us alive on Facebook. I'm always amazed and energized when we see your Jubilee shows, and I've come to the Jubilee, I guess, spiritual shows. I don't know.
Spiritual shows. We've never called it that before, but we will now.
It's not like church.
No, it's not like church. That's for sure.
Keep up the good work for what you do here, and we love you. And,
Thank you.
I know I've been depressed here and there, but just to hear your motivating words, like the one about the neighbor, I enjoyed that the other day.
Thank you so much. All right, everybody. Sunshine Delusions.
Two of us riding nowhere, spending someone's hard-earned pay. You and me Sunday driving, not arriving on our way back home. We're on our way home. We're on our way home. We're going home.
I'm always late.
Two of us wearing raincoats, sending letters on my wall. You and me burning matches, lifting latches on our way back home. We're on our way home. We're on our way home. We're going home. You and I had memories longer than the road that stretches out ahead. Two of us wearing raincoats, standing so low in the sun. You and me chasing paper, getting nowhere on our way back home. We're on our way home. We're on our way home. We're going home.
You and I have memories longer than the road that stretches out ahead.
Two of us wearing raincoats, standing so low in the sun. You and me chasing paper, getting nowhere on our way back home. We're on our way home. We're on our way home. We're going home. We're going home.
Yes, you better believe it.
I'm glad she can whistle
Yeah, me too.
because I
Miss
sure
William.
can.
Well, what do we do? Do we stay here? Would you go? Goodbye. Thank you to the Beatles. We tried to learn this
Yeah,
for
thank
a
you.
friend of ours, celebration of wedding, and we never got to perform it.
Never
But
got to perform
you can
it.
see
and
the
yeah.
quarantine version on our Sunshine Delusions page. So you gonna let anybody? Okay, you're gonna let us know what we're doing this time. Okay.
All right. Everybody remembers the man in black. He'd turn around and drawl, "Hello, I'm low on cash."
We could use some donations. Yeah. Everybody, clap along.
Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring.
This is to you and Chris. Chris and
Bound
Daniel.
by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire, that ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames got higher, and it burns, 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 burns. That ring of fire, that ring of fire. Wait till it comes back around on the guitar again.
Okay. Let me know. Let me know. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I think I got it.
2, 3, 4.
Taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a shot. Oh,
But the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire, that ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 but the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire, that ring of fire.
All right.
Bear with me a second.
Now that
I'm
we're
going to go
warmed
back up here and tune this thing because
Yes.
the little
We are
machines, the little
thankful to be
magic
around
boxes are
all
up
you
here.
people again. You know, it's kind of weird to be back, but it's great to see y'all. You know, I've been cooped up too long. So for all those who are not vaccinated, get vaccinated so we can get out, not wear masks.
It's up to y'all. Up to people get vaccinated, you know.
So we got some news. Congratulations to our duet over there, the Moon Dancers, who coincidentally met at a Jubilee open mic, right? And yeah, and they and I guess the last open mic here, Jim made a public announcement to Corinne and the world that he wanted to marry her. So congratulations, y'all.
That was so
and they got a
romantic.
new house to boot. Oh my God. I think you gotta
gosh,
take
hey,
some
we can
lessons over
top
there
that.
from Jim. Okay. All right. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that for them.
Really?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, we're going to do this.
This is for you, Jim and Corinne. We love you, and so do the Trogs, even though they're not around anymore.
I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. Well, love is all around me, and so the feeling grows. It's written on the wind. It's everywhere I go. So if you really love me, come on and let it show. This you. You know I love you, I always will. Your mind's made up by the way that I feel. There's no beginning, there'll be no end. 'Cause on my love you can depend. I see your face before me as I lay on my bed.
Dreamy.
thinking of all the things you said. You gave your promise to me, and I gave mine to you. I need someone beside me in everything I do. You know I love you, I always will. My mind's made up by the way that I feel. There's no beginning, there'll be no end. 'Cause on my love you can depend. It's written on the wind, it's everywhere I go. So if you really love me, come on and let it show. Come on and let it show. Come on and let it show. Come on and let it show.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. That song by the Trogs there.
Good.
From way back when in the 60s, you know.
Yes. And if you tune into Cold Case, sometimes you can hear that song on that show. That's her Ira. We're getting back down and gritty to our feet. This is to all our mamas in the house. So you be sure to ask that bartender for another.
I was up the road on Easy Street, watching everybody stand around and cheat.
I see you, Jessica.
Man comes up and tells me, hey now, move along back down to the corner where you belong. But mama just wants to barrel house all night long. Mama just wants to barrel house all night long.
I hear the city singing like a siren choir. Some fool tried to set this town on fire. TV preacher screams, come on along. I feel like Fay Ray, face to face with King Kong. But mama just wants to barrel house all night long. Mama just wants to barrel house all night long. Take it away, Brucey boy.
Sometimes I wonder what I am.
I feel like I'm living in a hologram.
Doesn't seem to matter what's right or wrong.
Everybody's grabbing and coming on strong, but Mama just wants to barrel house all night long. Mama just wants to barrel house all night long. Mama just wants to barrel all night. Bartender, we'll all have another. Woo! Thank you, and thank you, Bruce Coburn.
Bruce
Okay.
Coburn song, yes.
That's
I
all
wish
right.
I'd written
I'm
it.
not good on pronunciations.
Yeah, but at least it's a half right. Another Bruce, you know. There we go.
And if he ever hears us, I hope he
And now,
invites
and
us
now,
to sing his
and now
song.
we're calling our bass player is Bruce too. He's Bruce. He's Bruce too now.
Keith
So,
Edwards Sr.
that's right. Right. Yeah, so
I'm Bruce Leslie.
I like the
Bruce
trend there.
Gilroy.
We get a world that is friendlier and more Bruce-like, you know.
Well,
All right,
we know
this
you
is-
haven't heard this song in a long time. Do you think?
And,
Bruce?
so, what?
I know they haven't. I haven't heard
What? This song?
this song here.
This next one right here?
Well, some of us played it.
Oh, we haven't.
Forever, but I know you guys have been dying to hear this song.
Hey,
Because-
this is actually not a song. This is a public service announcement. This is a
Yes.
practice safe dining.
Yes.
Practice safe dining. Always
Whatever you
use
do.
condiments.
Yes. And do not ever, ever, ever hide the sriracha bottle. Take it out of the pantry, women, because men don't know. That's not hiding. Or whoever.
Last season, how you tried to pull me out of my sadness.
Go ahead,
This
dance.
season, now you learn there's method to my madness. You say I'm chicken while you play catch up to the season. And then you're in a pickle, still you don't know the reason. Don't hide the sriracha, don't hide the sriracha. Hot! Cha-cha-cha, don't hide the sriracha, don't hide the sriracha. No! Okay, I was a jerk to run you off. I'm glad I still got
You better be. A sriracha bottle ain't worth all that crap.
You cannot help sometimes you get hot under the collar.
Yes.
Oh, wet behind the ears, you jump too many hoops for $1.
I'm still looking. You know, temp
Don't hide the sriracha, don't hide the sriracha. Hot! Don't hide the sriracha, don't hide the sriracha, no.
Don't you do it, don't hide it. La 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 la. La 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 la. Sriracha dancers, don't hide them. Get on the stage, sriracha dancers.
If we are worth our salt, we should be asking for pepper.
I demand my right to have pepper. Green pepper. grabbers.
The sweat be
orange
on our
peppers,
brow,
yellow
sweat bullets till it
peppers.
gets
Speak your mind.
better.
Write a poem about it, Al.
Don't hide the sriracha, don't hide the sriracha. Hot! Cha-cha, don't hide the sriracha, don't hide the sriracha, no! Oh, 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 don't hide the sriracha, don't hide the sriracha. Hot!
Hot.
Don't hide the sriracha, don't hide the sriracha, no!
Bruce, oh my gosh, Bruce.
To my right,
Bruce, don't forget our little comedy skit.
would you like to introduce the band?
No, I can, but I just want to say that we forgot to bring Candace her 1,000,000th bottle of sriracha sauce. What are we gonna do? Do we have to have a credit card?
A little bit goes a long way, you know.
That's true.
You know, there are other sauces around.
Yeah.
No?
No. Texas Pete.
Oh, no. You're not supposed to do any brand names. Sriracha is not a brand name.
Oh,
Yeah, see, it's like writing a song about ketchup
Yeah. Okay.
when you think about it.
That's right. And you know what? We didn't bring one for Steve Bennett for the gene pool of America.
Well, let's not talk about what we should have done and didn't. Let's go ahead and introduce the band.
Okay, all right.
To my right, the hostess with the mostest, Leslie C. Gilroy.
Thank you.
And providing loads of low-end and soulful bottom-end
That's
bass
right.
guitar,
Our most positive bass player in the band.
Keith Edwards Sr.
We're not worthy.
I need a looper for that.
And that handsome guy with the black hat and black shirt, who is my fellow partner in crime,
Hello, I'm low on cash.
Bruce Clark, or maybe I should say Johnny Cash, and I'm June.
No, I'm Bruce Clark.
I'm Leslie Gilroy, and this is Keith Edwards Sr., and we are Sunshine Delusions. Please like us on Facebook. We could use a few likes, and if you know a place that would like our band to entertain, we're welcome to come over. Oh, and one more thing. If you are, now since you guys attended this open mic tonight, and if you're a poet, you're a musician, a singer, songwriter, comedian, whatever, and you performed at an open mic, please join Open Mic Friends of the Midlands and beyond. And if
Hey,
you've
we're
attended,
running over.
I know, just one more. Attended. You are welcome to join. Please answer the questions, though. Say, I saw this at Jubilee Open Mic. And you can join and find out about all the open mics in Columbia and all over the world. Is that my goal? Love y'all. Thank you.
Don't hide the sriracha, don't hide the sriracha, no.
Woo! We're hot. Just whatever you do, keep that sriracha bottle on the kitchen table. Okay.
Sunshine Delusions, everybody! Woo! Love you too. All right, bonus poem from me while the Moon Dancers get ready to come and entertain us. I was looking through my phone because Al is not the only one who writes poetry on his phone. And I discovered this cloying little poem in my phone that I wrote in May of 2019. And in May of 2019, I was going through a lovely divorce. And this is called Facebook Follies. Facebook statuses I never posted because they felt needy, vague, or vulnerable. I feel like the guy in the sitcom, smiling broadly, nodding wildly with glee, believing he is among friends, not noticing they are covering their faces, shaking their heads, and averting their eyes in shame and embarrassment. That moment when the world seems to spin without you, others oblivious to their pain and yours. You know it's over when your ex removes your email as her backup recovery contact on her Yahoo Mail account. Modern breakups are weird. Do all divorced people or nearly divorced people question their worth? Is there a point where they all feel sure that they will die alone? Did the coyote ever have an existential crisis, questioning if capturing a skinny bird would ever really satisfy him? Yet here we are, chasing each other, unsure of what to do when we catch one another, only to release them many years later after they're too fat to keep running. Maybe it's the thrill of the chase we miss. Maybe it's the falling off the cliff that we actually crave. Perhaps the biggest folly is believing that Facebook and that shit will make us feel better. That's the end. You all are like stunned. What was that? Oh, thank you. Please, everybody, welcome the Moon Dancers, Jim and Corinne. Soon to be married, Jim and Corinne. Doobity-boop-boop. Oh, and stick around for 4/7 of CC and the Recalcitrant.
Well, they say 2 out of 3 ain't bad, so. You're in the neighborhood of that.
Hey, just for the fun of it, let's this time around, let's plug the guitar in.
Ah, sure. Oh, there's a. Oh. Who's Wada?
Thank you.
Who's Wada? Okay. It's open. Caution.
So we are the Moon Dancers. Just point of fact, Steve was mentioning that open mic 2 years ago. That was the 4th of July. That was the first time that Corinne and I performed together at that open mic also. Yeah. And, I was thinking about what Leslie was saying about not being asked to be in a group. And it's funny because I've known Bruce really from the first weekend that I got involved in music down here about 8 years ago, and I met Leslie a bit later. And I was just thinking maybe that we should join together with Sunshine Delusion sometime, and then we could be the sun and the moon.
Ah.
Ooh, huh? Ooh. I know.
The most ambitious, the most ambitious crossover since Marvel.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got a bunch of Lovebird tunes here for tonight. We'll keep up with last one. We'll see how we do here. Every time I see you looking my way, baby, baby, can't you hear my heart beating? In the car, we're walking down the highway. Baby, baby, can't you hear my heart beating? When you move up close to me, I get a feeling that's ooh-wee. Can't you hear the pounding of my heart beating? You're the one I love. You're the one I love. When you feel you put your arms around me, baby, baby, can't you hear my heart beating? When I'm glad, I'm mighty glad I found you. Baby, baby, can't you hear my heart beating? When you ask me to meet your mom, Thank you. I got a fifth song too. Oh, okay. Let's do that before song. Yes, yeah. I figured that. So. So we're going to pull out a little bit of Sam Cooke. This is one of the ones we've been doing for a while. This was 2 years ago on my birthday. Was this the one? No, this wasn't. Never mind. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
There was some wholesome memory that we don't quite remember.
Right.
But it was a priceless treasure, whatever it was.
Whatever it was beautiful. Exactly.
Something was great in this song, and aw, aren't we so cute?
Thank you, darling. Don't know much about history, don't know much trilogy, don't know much about the French books, don't know much about the French I took, but I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. Don't know much about geography, don't know much trigonometry, don't know much about algebra, don't know what a slide rule is for, but I do know one and one is two, and if this one could be with you, what a wonderful world this would be. You know, I don't claim to be an A student, but I'm trying to be the baby by being an A student, baby. I could win your love for me. Don't know much about the Middle Ages. Look at pictures and I turn the pages. Don't know nothing about no rise and fall. Don't know nothing about nothing at all. But I do know that one is true. And if this one could be with you, what a wonderful world this would be. History, biology, science books, French I took, but I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to throw in a song here that we've done and we've
No, we
practiced.
No, we haven't.
Well,
You've done
not
neither
in
of
front
those
of, not
things.
at an open mic. We did it at our COVID concert off of the porch of our. Yes, we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah. I could show you on the song list.
Okay.
That does, obviously, we're not real well practiced on the song we're about to do. And most of you probably, if not all of you, know the words to this, so you can back us up with some singing. So, okay? When the night has come and when it's dark and the moon is the only if we have one talent, it's pulling it out of our butts when we haven't practiced a song. That's yeah, I think about that, right?
Oh, thank you, Jess. Oh, that's awesome. We got just a little bit more to do. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, though. You rock, Jess.
That's right.
When the rhythm starts to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me boy. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance, you have a way with me, stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me feel as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I grow I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me feel as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Yeah, make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth. Sway me now.
Thank you. That's a tough song. It takes a lot of wind. So let's see here. And another song that we've actually practiced but not performed before, so we'll see how this goes here. Lord Almighty, I feel my temperature rising. Higher, higher, it's burning through my soul. Girl, 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 you're gonna set me on fire. My brain is burning and don't know which way to go. Yeah, well, your kisses lift me higher. Like a sweet song of the choir, you light my morning sky with burning love. Ooh, 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 I feel my temperature rising. Help me, I'm flaming. It must be 109. Burning, 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 and nothing can cool me. I must be turning into smoke, but I feel fine. 'Cause your kisses is lifting me higher, like a sweet song of the choir. You light my morning sky with burning love. It's coming closer, the flames are licking my body. No, won't you come slipping away. It's hard to breathe, and my chest is a heaving. Lord have mercy, I'm burning a hole where I lay. Oh yeah, where kisses left me high, like a bird into a choir. You light my morning sky with burning love, burning love. I'm just a hunk of burning love. Oh, just a hunk of burning love. Oh, just a hunk of burning. Just a hunk of burning love. Do-do-do-do. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. We is done. Okay. Okay, thank y'all. Thank you very much.
Moon dancers, everybody! All right. Coming up next, 4/7 of CC and the Recalcitrants. I was told there would be no math. No, I really can't. I mean, just saying 4/7 makes me feel icky. Okay, well, I had equipment when I walked up here. My pedal. I thought I had it in my hand. Did I leave my... Oh, Janice, can you hand me what's on that stool behind you? Bruce Clark is coming up here, everybody. He is one of the 4/7. Oh, what? And the music too, please. I will be lost without that. Oh, okay. Well, you can play drums. You can play drums. Whatever you would like to do back there. All right. I don't know. I gotta. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. There's beer in the fridge. There's still food back there. Y'all make yourselves at home. Trisha's pillows, huh? No, of course not. We're winging it here tonight. Yeah. So y'all three play just whatever song you want, and
All right, that sounds fine. Or say again.
and it'll just be. I think they all go together. They're all in similar keys. All right. Yes. Oh, really? All right, man.
All right.
You can do what you want, Bruce. Leave that mask on. You're welcome to do that. Let's start with a handful. All right, so a lot of singer-songwriters spent their time in quarantine writing songs, because what else were we going to do? I spent my time taking Zoom classes with singer-songwriters and learning the craft and having people brutally critique your songs. That was fun. That was always fun, yeah. I'd never rewritten a song in my life until I spent time in this songwriting critique class. That was fascinating. All right, so I wrote this song in the midst of the of the pandemic. Hopefully we're not coming into the new midst of the pandemic. Get your vaccine, people. God, please. Handful. And I wrote this song. I meant to look up there's a well, he used to be very super Christian, but not so much anymore. Rob Bell wrote a new book, and this sort of came out of that book. It's really about awakening. It's called A Handful of Water. You ready? We have lightly practiced these. Jump in when you feel it.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was the only one.
It does have an intro.
This one has
It,
an
it does. This is not the one without an intro.
All we need is the time.
All right. That would be like a 1, 2, 3, 4. Talk about pulling it out of your ass. What's the sound of one hand clapping? A tree falling in the woods. Can you hear the sound of your own heartbeat? Keeping time with life's ebb and flow. Why does it all fall apart so easily when you're trying to hold on tight? Life is like a handful of water. Everything slips away. Take that handful of water and splash it on your face. Just a handful of water is all we need to awake. How can water be both soft and hard? Caress bodies wear away the stone. It sustains us and washes us away. Life is both gentle and rough. Oh, can you show me your soul? Can you touch the infinite flow? Life is like a handful of water. Everything slips away. Take that handful of water and splash it on your face. Just a handful of water is all we need to awake. Pulsing, flowing, drenching, breathing. If you wanna find out who you are, first you gotta know who's asking. Life is like a handful of water. Everything slips away. Take that handful of water and splash it on your face. Just a handful of water is all we need to awake. Life is like a handful of water. Smattering of applause. There's only a smattering of people, you're right. That's right, but y'all smatter. Y'all smatter. Chris, good to see you. Van, nice to meet you. Y'all have a great night. Sorry, relations. I wrote this song back in 2017, so this is a classic. I noticed a neighbor when I lived in the Oak Ridge Hunt Club out in Hopkins. I kept driving by this neighbor's house, and there was suddenly like furniture in the driveway, and it just stayed there. You know, rain, sun, it didn't matter. There was furniture just sitting in the driveway, and lights were on at all times of night. I'd drive it, and then at 10, 11 o'clock at night, every light in the house was on. And what in the heck is happening in that house? And when one day I walked by, and the lady who lives there was standing in the yard with her dog, and I went up to her and I said, "Is everything all right? I mean, there's furniture out here, lights are on, all the time." She said, "Oh, I'm getting a divorce." I'm like, "Oh," that moment where you're like, "Oh, sorry I asked." And I said, "Well, I'm sorry." And she said, No, congratulate me." I'm like, "Well, that doesn't feel right either." So, so I had to make up a new word. So you can't really say sorry, but you can't really say congratulations. So you can say sorry-lations. 2, 3, 4. So this is how it ends. Lovers at the start, no longer friends. The bloom is off the rose, but you knew it would be so. The signs were there all along. When the end came, you knew you weren't the same, but for all the sadness, there's some gladness. Congrats doesn't quite fit. You're only sorry a little bit, so I'll just say sorry-lations. Celebrate your new relations with bittersweet libations and say sorry-lations, sorry-lations. That decade was your best 5 years. You spent it laughing and in tears, but now you're moving on. Your friends all say they're so sad, but deep inside you're just glad it's over and you can go. Congrats doesn't quite fit. You're only sorry a little bit, so I'll just say sorry-lations. Celebrate your new relations with bittersweet libations and say sorry-lations, sorry-lations. Congratulate me, you said. Now it's time to celebrate. We knew it was over and we set each other free. Dun, 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 Congrats doesn't quite fit. You're only sorry a little bit, so I'll just say sorry-lations. Celebrate your new relations with bittersweet libations and say sorry-lations, sorry-lations. So this is how it ends. The lover's gone, but not your friends. The ones who know your heart will mend. Now that you're free like the wind, it's over. That's for good. So I'll just say, sorry, relations. Oh, yeah. All right, one more song for you, and then we can all go home and go to bed because I'm old. Not afraid of saying that, I am. All right, I wrote this song actually when the Casual Pint was open in the Vista, because I wanted to write a song about beer, and I thought, why not go somewhere where there's beer, and drink a flight, and write a song or two. And so I did.
You have to make sure you like it.
Right, yeah. You know, after like the
gotta
third
make
flight,
sure.
I'm like, this is the best song ever. And so, you know, it was lots of beer. It was a flight, so it was lots of different ones. So
Does it matter?
it doesn't matter what, no, whichever beer you prefer. Right. Ooh, I love pumpkin ale. I know, it's already here in some stores. It's August. That's when pumpkin ale comes out. Come on, man, hold your pumpkin spice for just a minute.
We're still drinking shandy. It's
Right,
August.
we're still drinking shandies.
That's right.
Come on. Right, we got product to push. That's absolutely it. That's absolutely. So it's time now to pick out your Halloween costume and start your
no.
and get ready for Thanksgiving and start your Christmas
I am
shopping.
not
And
there
Happy
yet.
New Year!
I am not there yet. No, that's just mean. That's
It
just
is.
mean.
That's just me.
Don't post that kind of thing.
So you know the old redneck joke is, what's the last thing a redneck ever says? Hold my beer!
Oh, my beer.
And so I took that phrase and redefined it as, you know, because whenever you say hold my beer, you're going to go show off. You're going to go like, you know, hold my beer.
Yep.
I can do that. And so, yeah, right. It's going to be a big belly flop. But when Universe says, hold my beer, good
Whoa.
stuff is coming your way. Universe going to show off. This is called Hold My Beer. And usually when we have Michael Sprinkles Reisman, it's a little bit more raucous, but this is the unplugged version, I guess. Non-Michael version. How did I get here? I ask. Life feels like an empty glass. I was finished with the flight. Trying on my own to feel, only soon to see it spill from inside this place of life. Isn't where I should ask. I see my cup overrun with lessons that will stir, and Universe say, hold my beer, gonna make it rain up in here. All good things the wrong way, can't keep abundance at bay. What we seek is seeking us, but our beliefs we must adjust from one of empty to plenty, and see this world as friendly. Abundance has no limit. Don't bring a thimble to stick in it. Bring all the buckets you got, 'cause there is nowhere the God is not. And Universe says, trickle down economics. I'm not selling some snake oil tonics. All we need is here right now. No need to worry about how. How did I get here? I ask. I need more than just this one glass to hold this opulence that flows and grows and grows. Why? Because universe said, hold my bear. Gonna make it rain up in here. A shot of abundance, it's coming right up. Get ready for an overflowing cup. And universe said, hold my beer. Gonna make it rain up in here. All good things, they're on the way. You can't keep that abundance at bay. Said, hold my beer. All right, y'all, thanks so much for coming out. Thanks so much for sticking around. Thanks to Steve Bennett for such a great show to start us off. Thanks to Al Black, the Moon Dancers, Sunshine Delusions, and 4/7 of CC and the Recalcitrants. I'm Candace Shalou. This is Janice Mewborn over here on the banjo and vocals. Keith Edwards, Sr., back here on the bass. And Bruce Clark on the guitar. We'll do it again next month. Who's coming next month, Al? Tim O'Keefe will be our featured performer next month. Woo! Thank you all for joining us tonight. We will see you again next month. Oh, yeah.